Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Learn That Solo. Today we're going to be looking at Saviour by Danny Worsnop. Let's take a look. Hope I pronounced that right.
My own reflection floating up into the clouds.
Rad solo. Let's have a look at the tuning. We're in D standard, which is D, G, C, F, A, D. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first half of the solo. I'm going to start with a slight bend on 19 of the first string, and then go to 20 of the second string, and then go to 17 of the third. So I go. And after that, I just want to jump back to 20 of the second string. So all together. Cool. At the end of that I go like this. Let me just turn that down a smidge. What I'm doing there is I'm doing a bend up and back on 19, then I bring it down and pull off to 17. That was on the first string, and then I want to end up back on 19 again. The whole thing thus far. Okay, now there's some harmonies going on here, but I've selected to just go with the higher harmony because I think it sounds cool, and then it goes. What I'm doing here is I'm sliding from 15 to 17 on the second string, and then I jump back to 15 on the second, and then go to 17 at the third, so it'll go all together. If you've got a lengthy pause on a note just for vibrato, it'll sound better, 98% of the time. Okay, and then we move into this little part here. Okay, so if we're in standard tuning, this would be kind of a A minor pentatonic kind of country bluesy vibe. So I want to start from 5 of the 4th string. What I'm doing here, sorry about that, I'm doing hammer on from 5 to 7 on the 4th, and then hitting 5 of the 3rd. And then I go back up to 7 of the 4th string, so I go. Okay, and then after that I want to add 3 more notes to that phrase. I'm going to play 5 of the 3rd, and then 7, 5 on the 4th. So all together. And it's kind of slightly muted at the start. There's a couple of moments there I think we can sort of pull back and do a couple of muted notes. Okay, then after that I go to this. Sorry, it's on 5 of the 3rd string. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing a bend on 7 of the 3rd string, and then hitting 5 on the 2nd string. So that's nearly the same note. And then after that I want to go. So what I'm doing there is a pull off from 7 to 5 on the 3rd string, and then I go to 7 of the 4th, and then after that I go. So I'm hitting 5 of the 3rd, 7 of the 4th, back to 5 of the 3rd again. So it'll go. I'll do it again with some longer pauses. Okay, so this whole sort of little section here will go. Okay, at the end of that it goes. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a bend on 7 of the 3rd string, and then I have a flat pinky covering 8 of the first 2 strings. So I'll do that bend on the 3rd string, holding that bend at the top, and then I'm just playing the 1st, the 2nd, and then the still bent note on the 3rd string. All together. At the end of that I go sort of back to where we started, up here on 19 of the 1st string. It's quite a big jump, and it's sort of similar to that high harmony idea. I'm doing a slight bend on 19, then going to 17 of the 1st string, and then 20 of the 2nd. So. Alright, let's try the whole section from the start again. I'll play the whole thing a little slower just so that you guys can get your head around it. guys, so the next chunk, we're basically just going to be using scales and runs for the second and the third section. What I want to do is just have a look at it as a scale, a very boring idea, and then we'll add an interesting pattern to it, or a more interesting pattern to it. So I want to start from 15 of the 5th, and I'm going to go 15, 17, 19, and then do the same frets on the 4th string, 15, 17, 19. Then I get to the 3rd string, and I'm going 16, 17, 19. Then when I get to the 2nd string, I'm playing 17, 18, 20. So you notice between the 3rd and the 2nd string, it's the same shape. I'm just shuffling over due to the whole G and B situation. And then the last string, I'm playing 17, 19, 20. So I'll go. It would be C major in standard tuning, but now it's like B flat major or something like that in D. Anyway, let's have a look at this pattern that we've got. We're going to start from 15 of the 5th string like we had before, but as soon as I hit 15 of the 4th string, I'm going to stop it. So when I get to that note, I want to descend back down the scale. So now I'm going to go 19, 17, 15 on the 5th string. Okay, now as soon as I've ended back on the 15, I want to work my way forwards, and the whole kind of idea is going to go a little bit up and then a little bit back and so on and so forth. So when I've returned back to this note, I want to go 15, 17, 19 again, and then when I get to the 4th string, I'm going to go 15, 17, 19 twice. So I'll slow that down for you. Okay, and then from there we go. What I'm doing here is I'm playing 16 of the 3rd, and then playing 19, 17, 15, and then reversing that forwards. Okay, and as soon as I finish that kind of ascending forwards on the 4th string, I want to play 16, 17, 19 twice on the 3rd. Okay, after I've done that group twice, I want to hit 17 of the 1st string. And then from here, we're going to sort of do that descend and then ascend idea. I'm going to go 19, 17, 16, and then 17, 19 on the 3rd string. Okay, and then from there, I want to jump to 17 of the 2nd string. I'm going to go 17, 18, 20 twice. Alright, nearly there guys. Let's take our time with this. We'll take it from the top, and I'll put some breaks in and slow the whole thing down. Next bit goes, we'll leave the next section, we'll leave that for there, but let's have a look at this. So we've just done 2 of these. I want to jump to 17 of the 1st string now, and then I'm going to go 20, 18, 17 on the 2nd, and then ascend back again. So I'll go, and then we're going to end that by going 17, 19, 20 on the 1st string. So I'll play that last section again for you. Let's try the whole section from the top a little slower. Okay, so let's have a look at the last section. Much the same as the last section 2 that we just did. It's going to be one long scale with a pretty cool pattern to it. So we're going to start from a high note and then just descend down. So we're going to do a boring scale first and then add the cool pattern to it. I'm going to start from 19 to the 1st string. We're going to go 19, 17, and then 20, 18, 17 on the 2nd, then 19, 17, 16 on the 3rd. There's 4 notes on the 4th string. I'm going to go 19, 17, 15, and then 14. And then the last one goes 17, 15, 14. So 19, 17 on the 1st, 20, 18, 17 on the 2nd, 19, 17, 16 on the 3rd, 19, 17, 15, 14 on the 4th, and then 17, 15, 14 on the 5th. All together. Okay, so that's relatively straightforward. So we want to essentially get from that 19 of the 1st to 14 of the 5th string using a pretty simple pattern. It's going to start off with a group of 4 and then just groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. other chunks. So let's have a look at the first group of 4, and then we're going to do constant 3s. The first little group of 4 was going to go 19, 17 twice on the first string. And then I go to 20 of the second string and go 20, down to 17 of the first, back up to 20. The next one goes 18, 20, 18 on the second string. Then we go 17, 18, 17 on the second. So all together. Okay, the next bit goes from 19 of the third to 17 of the second, back to 19 of the third. 17, 19, 17 on the third string. Then 16, 17, 16 on the third string. We go 19 of the fourth to 16 of the third, back to 19 of the fourth. Okay, let's try and get all of the fourth string now. I'm going to go 17, 19, 17. Then 15, 17, 15. And then 15, 14, 14, 15, 14 on the fourth string. So let's start off with that group of 4 and then constant groups of 3s. Okay, and the next bit goes. So where do we end up? We ended on the on 14 of the 4th. I want to go now to 17 of the 5th string, and then go back down to 14 of the 4th, and then back up to 17 again. Okay, now the last little chunk of 3 goes from 15 to 17, back to 15 on the 5th. Okay, then I ended on 14 of the 5th string. Sorry about that. And then when I get to 14, I sort of slow the whole thing down. It goes. So it goes 14, 15, 14. A lot slower on that group of 3. Then I jump to 17 of the 4th, and then do a slight vibrato on 16 of the 3rd. Okay, there's only a tiny bit left. What I'm doing there is bending 19 of the 1st up and down, so I play it both ways. Only a semitone bend, that was a little bit too far, my bad. And then I want to slide from 15 to 17 on the 1st. So all together. It was a bit of a kerfuffle, but anyway, let's have a look at the whole section. And that's the Saviour solo. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll catch you real soon.